Hello everyone, this is Jared Hill, and I'm just creating this video to cover a game that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks that I'm really excited about. The name of this game is Cannon Blast, and this game is a little bit different than anything I've worked on before. The game is totally based on the functionality from Unity's physics engine, so I'm using add force a lot and trying to manipulate rigid bodies to do exactly what I want them to do. So based on the name, Cannon Blast, basically what you're trying to do is fire a cannon and hit a specific target. Now there are three targets. There's a red, a yellow, and a green target, and depending on which one you hit, you get awarded different numbers of points. So the green target is the smallest, so you get the most points for hitting that one. So let's go ahead and step into it. As you can see, I've got a really basic menuing system here. You can just click on a button and it takes you to a scene. So I've got a level selection scene here. I've got 4 levels that I'm ready to show here. Just click on it, and as you can see, this is a fairly minimal game, really basic UI. I made it that way because I want it to be really simple so that people can, really quickly pick it up and play it. But so the entire object is to rotate your cannon, and you have to click on the cannon and drag your mouse to actually rotate it. If you're not clicked on the cannon or pretty close to the cannon, then you will not be able to rotate it. And the other main point here is this slider over on the left. You can increase the firepower or the force applied to the cannonball by raising this. And then finally, you can fire a cannonball by simply clicking on the fire button. Now, as you can see, I've got several particle systems that are being fired as soon as you press the fire button. And I also have a follow camera that follows behind the cannonball as it moves forward. So it can be a little difficult to get the exact sort of firepower for this game, because if you go over, clearly you're going to go off the platform entirely and totally miss. So that's probably a pretty good shot right there. Exactly. Boom. Bingo. Okay, so let's step into the next level here. So this is level 2, and in this level I'm actually incorporating a sort of blocker that will block the cannonball from moving forward. So if you fire at the wrong time and the cannonball hits this block, then it will stop in place. Okay, so I'm just going to again raise up my firepower here and fire. And I actually managed to go over. So this level, again, it's really easy. This one is because the blocker's moving really slowly, and you can actually go over it and hit the target. So this time I'm going to try to actually hit the blocker, though. There we go. Okay, so this next level here actually incorporates what I call a wind zone. And as you can see, I've got this basic particle system here that is just moving into this trigger collider, and the particles are speeding up. Well, they're speeding up because that's sort of a visual implication of a wind zone, and the particles are moving at the speed of the force that will be applied to the cannonball. So if I had an increased strength on the wind zone, then the particles would be moving much more quickly. Basically what happens is when the cannonball is fired and enters inside of this trigger collider, then force will be applied to the cannonball based on the strength of the wind zone. I tried to use Unity's standard wind zones, but those are really only meant for particles and for trees and terrain and things of that nature, so I couldn't really use those, so I had to write this up myself, but it was actually pretty easy to do. All I had to do was say if a cannonball was inside of this, then add force based on the strength. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at how this actually works. So I've now entered into the wind zone, and you can see that the cannonball was pushed to the left by the wind zone. So now I actually need to point my cannon to the right and try to fire again. And now we've entered into the wind zone again. The cannonball is going to drop and ended up hitting the yellow platform, I believe. So in order to hit the green, I'm going to need to rotate a little bit to the left, try to fire again, and hopefully we'll curve in and hit the, oh no, we're going to miss. We missed the whole thing. So the wind zones actually add a really cool dynamic to this game that I really enjoy. Alright, so the final level here is actually the most difficult. The platform is clearly much farther away, and we've got 3 of these really fast-moving blockers. In order to beat this level, I've actually found it's much easier if you try to go over the first blocker and then navigate between the second and third. So you have to get your timing pretty right here, and I think I actually might have overshot. Oh no. So I went over 1 and 2. And, oh, the other issue with this level is lifetime of the cannonball. So as you see there, the cannonball actually disappeared before reaching the platform. And that's because I was aiming too high. So there is a lifetime on the cannonball as well. So that basically what happens is once the lifetime runs out, the cannonball just is destroyed. I need to implement some sort of explosion as well there to show a visual representation of the cannonball exploding. So let's try it again. And this is a little bit better. I went over the first one, just barely over the second, and in between the third, oh, too much firepower again. So actually this time I'm going to reduce the firepower a little bit more and try it again. So right on the green, that's exactly what we want. So this game is, once you get the hang of it on the varying levels, it's fairly easy, but it's also a lot of fun to sort of figure out, what sort of force I need and how to accommodate for wind zones and the timing of the different blockers and things of that nature. So it's a pretty fun game. I hope you all like it. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.